With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 68 yards.
Down, Pittsburgh.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now the man from nearby Columbus, Ohio, Benny Snell. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
At the 5-yard line.
Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Gun. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some trap.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown.
The kicker on.
Juju Smith-Schuster. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
At the 48-yard line.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
31.
A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 42. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Just like that.
He can run for it, and he will. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, Page. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Page's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 17. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Page. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wagner. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Page. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The 23-yard line.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Operating from the gun. Page. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a handoff looking right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Carried by number 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
With the score, Steelers 14, Bengals 3.
And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
14.
So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
First down, Steelers.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Bengals 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Looking to throw on second down. Page. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Snell. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. This is out quickly to the right, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
The tackle made back.
And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try to pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit... And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
For the point after.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Page. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
10 at the 34-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing, and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Page. And that will be incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
The field goal.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A run for Snell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback,
he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Brandon Ayuk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw over the middle taken in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. This will be caught by his big wide receiver.
Complete.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Yeah, they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Down, Pittsburgh.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Steelers 42. Bengals 16.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Page. He's got his big tight end, Fant. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 41.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Page. This is the tight end, Fant. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To Noah Fant. A gain of 4. It's now second
and now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
42.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Short kick. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Bengals grab it. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play.
Bengals.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
10 at the 50-yard line.
On the carry there, it'll be second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Page. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
The 27-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Page completes it to Fant on the right side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Bengals 25.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up second.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They're going to run again with Snell. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Trying to run for it with Snell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Steeler first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Snell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
The kicker on.
Julio Jones. 67 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
Bengals 25.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st down, Page. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 22. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Starting the drive with Snell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Matthew on the tackle.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
To Juju Smith-Schuster.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
He's tackled at the
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Snell yet again. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Pittsburgh.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Snell on the shotgun handoff. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Snell. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter. Snell. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Ball carrier brought down at the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's Snell. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This offense so far on 3rd down can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Snell, and this time he is in.
Yes.
Benny Snell, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
2-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create.
Oh, no time to pitch it, and down he goes. And it's in the end zone. That's going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On second down, McFarland. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dalton, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's brought down.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That's out to the left and complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Complete to number 85.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's McFarland. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
McFarland,
well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Now they set up a screen for McFarland. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and you worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
30-yard line.
From the gun, Page Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Taken down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
McFarland once more. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. A quick toss outright. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. That's complete out left to Ayuk. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Operating from the gun, Page. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film set.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
throwing on first down. Page. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Page. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Incomplete.
The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final score.
They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.